Hello everybody, my name is Adam Veazey, and this is Algebra 1, the Monster in the Closet. This is going to be Lesson 5, Subtracting Positive and Negative Numbers. Alright, now we're going to see a lot of similarities between Lesson 4, which was adding positive and negative numbers, and Lesson 5, which is the lesson we are currently on. Alright, basically the rule is super simple. It just takes up one slide. And that rule is when you're subtracting signed numbers, you change the minus sign to a plus sign and change the number after the minus sign to its opposite. Then you're going to follow the rules for adding signed numbers. I should have put a period there. This is math, not grammar, so I think I'll get away with it. And any other bad grammatical errors I've made, but hey, what can I tell you? All right, so in our first example here, we have a classic example from math, which is x minus y, one number subtracted from another number. Well, to do this in an algebraic sense, if we follow the definition up here, we change the minus sign to a plus sign, and we change the number after the minus sign to its opposite. Okay, so we've changed the subtraction sign to a plus sign, and we've changed the sign of the number after the minus sign to its opposite. So we went from y to negative y. All right, again, I'm using parentheses to encase negative numbers. We'll see why here in the next example, actually. All right, so I have x minus a negative y. See how the parentheses keeps the negative sign nice and tight close to the y? There's no room for misinterpretation there. So this, again, I'm going to change the minus sign to a plus sign. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the number after the minus sign to its opposite. So this will be x plus y. In the third example, we have negative x minus y. We're going to follow the rule up here. We're going to change the minus sign to a plus sign. And then we're going to change the sign after, change the sign of the number after the minus sign to its opposite. So we're going to change y to negative y. And then finally, the fourth example is the granddaddy of them all. We have negative x minus negative y. Not to worry, we're going to follow our definition up here. And we are going to say, change the minus sign to a plus sign, and change the sign of the number after the minus sign to its opposite. All right, so let's run through about 4 examples here. Each one of them is going to illustrate one of these generic rules in this slide. So in our first example, we have negative 8 minus negative 5. I'm going to move this over here just for the sake of creating a little more room for myself. And then what we're going to do is we are going to say, all right, I have negative 8. I'm going to change the minus sign to a plus sign. And then I am going to change the negative 5 to its opposite, which is just going to be 5. And that's going to equal, well, we know that negative 8 plus 5. If you don't know this, look back at the previous lesson, lesson 4, adding and subtracting positive and negative numbers. That's going to be a negative 3. All right, so we did exactly what the rule told us to do. We have changed the minus sign to a plus sign, and we have changed the sign of the number after the minus sign to its opposite. All right, now does this answer make sense? Well, if I'm $8 in debt, or if I'm negative $8 in my bank account, or it's negative 8 degrees outside, I'm from Florida, so we really don't see that very much. But if it's negative 8 outside and the temperature rises by 5 degrees, it is now 3 degrees below zero outside. Okay, let's look at our next example. We have 4 minus 87. Okay, again, all we're going to do is we are going to apply our rule. We're going to change the minus sign to a plus sign. Then we're going to change the sign of the number after the minus sign to its opposite. All right, and this is going to equal negative 83. All right, again, if you're confused about the addition, look back on the previous lesson, lesson 4. And go through a third example. Which is going to be 5 minus a negative 2. Again, we're just going to do what the rule tells us to do. All right, so 5 minus a negative 2 is actually 5 plus 2 because we changed the minus sign to a plus sign. We changed the number after the minus sign to its opposite sign. So that's just going to equal good old number 7. There we go. And in our fourth example, there we go. We got this guy here. We're going to move him a little over here. All right, we have negative 18 minus 10. Okay, so we're going to have negative 18. Again, I'm encasing negative numbers in parentheses for clarity. I'm going to change the minus sign to a plus sign, and then I'm going to change the sign of the number after the minus sign to its opposite. Oop, not negative 19, negative 10. There we go. So I have negative 18 plus negative 10. We know that if we're adding numbers with like signs, we just add the numbers and apply the sign to it. So this would be negative 28. All right, easy enough. Easy enough, easy enough, easy enough. If you're not really comfortable with this, there's numerous worksheets online that you can download. You can go through my videos again. Leave a comment with your question. That's fine. All right, like the video, subscribe to my channel to get notified. Click the notification icon, and you will be notified when I add new videos to my channel. I add a lot of new videos to my channel. It's algebra. I do some computer videos. I do some gaming videos, and things like that. So subscribe to my channel so you're always stay up to date with the videos that I post to my channel. All right. The next lesson that we're going to go over is multiplying positive negative numbers. All right, I might lump multiplying and dividing positive negative numbers into one video because it's very, very similar how you do both operations as far as the signs are concerned. Okay, so with that being said, thank you for watching my video. I hope you learned a lot. If you have any questions, leave a comment. If you have a comment, leave a comment. All right, it's been great teaching you guys. Have a great one. Until the next video. Bye-bye for now.